Okay, so today I'm going to be starting with the pots and pans. Got a whole cupboard full. It's actually a small, very little small cupboard of all the pots and pans, but I really need to get through it, and I really need to get sorted out because it is a nightmare to dig for what we really need. I'm going to lay everything on the table here, and I'm going to go sort it, and we're going to do it together. Enjoy! Okay, so I'm going to be sorting out as much as I can. A lot of this we don't actually use, but it looks almost brand new, and I think I have inherited some of it from other people because I don't remember buying it. So I'm going to go through, first of all, what we constantly use, and then what we don't use but it's still very good condition. I'm thinking of maybe putting it aside for camping equipment and things like that. We always need extras for camping, and the rest of it maybe donate or maybe find their actual use for it. I don't know, we'll see. So we've got two pressure cookers. This one I've got from my parents, and this is the one that we constantly use. The one that we constantly use is a lot bigger, so I'd actually like to keep this one. And this one I'm not even sure if we should actually even keep it or not. So I'm going to put this aside because this one we actually are allowed to keep. I don't even know what to do with this. I know it's a divider, but I've never actually used it. So I'm going to keep this as well onto that side. This, I'm pretty sure it goes with this. I think so. My mom used to use this to boil milk on the stove. I absolutely have no use for it really, but it is in good condition. There's nothing wrong with it. Just put it again to the side, see if we can find a use for it, or maybe put it added to the camping equipment or selection. This will also probably go to camping because we don't brew our tea. This is broken. It's lost its blade. Otherwise it would actually have been quite nice. Just not to show how to fix the blade. I think I'll also keep that over there. That needs fixing. The lid is actually, this I got from my parents just before they stopped cooking for themselves. They're now in a frail care, so they are not cooking for themselves, and clearly this was the reason why they're not cooking for themselves. Obviously this was left on a stove, but it is part of a pot that I use very often, and I actually like the size of it, and I like the fact that it is so thick. It's got a thick base to it, so it actually gets quite hot quite quickly. And I love using it. It doesn't have any handles anymore. The handles are broken off. But I love using this when I'm cooking, especially all sauces or little things that I need a real small pot, and it actually is very useful. I really want to keep it, although it looks completely like rubbish at this stage. But I really want to keep this. This is the pot that we use constantly. This is lids for pressure cookers. It's not one of these pressure cooker lids. Part of this, and I think there's other pieces as well inside here. I'm going to put that aside. This was also got from someone else, someone who didn't want it, and I've never used it before. It is clearly, it's a grater, there's a grater, there's other blades and what have you. Obviously it's part of a big equipment or part of something which I don't have. It really looks like it's very good condition, but again, I don't use it, so why must I keep it? Maybe I can find a use for it, or again, give it away. So obviously this is going to be done in two steps. One is the ones that I've put aside for, I'm not going to keep in my collection over here or in the cupboard over here, is I'm going to have to go through again and see what can I give away and what must I pack away. It's the same with this. I mean, it's so much. This we use all the time. This we call our pop. So when we have a braai, we make pop, and this is our pop pot. It's the best pot. It's probably the oldest pot I use, but it is the best pot for making pop. Again, I love this as well. This is my pancake pan. Best one for making pancakes. This is the only pan, or the pan that we use only for making pancakes. And we've got this on top. It's a stupid little thing really, but it's actually to stop all the other pots from coming on and scratching it, because we are so worried about this pan getting scratched. I'm going to keep that as over here. Use this, but I can't remember. I have used this before. I just can't remember why. And for what reason, but I actually want to keep this as well. Keep this side. This, I use this in my air fryer. This I don't, mostly because I don't know if these rubbers are actually, if you are allowed to use it. They do look pretty worn. I don't know. Maybe I'll keep. Looks like I can make more use of it than what I actually am. Okay. My smaller pots. That is part of this. Okay. So this is a strainer or a steam pot. So I've got the base, the big pot at the bottom there, which I can use independently. I've got the steam pot, so it looks like that. So that goes on top. You can see both the handles have completely broken off. This one, which is used the least, actually has the most perfect handles. It goes on top like that. I mostly use the bottom two. I very, very seldomly use the top one for any reason. I'm not so sure what the purpose of the top one is, and that is why it's least often used. But that's the container that goes together. My big pot, I absolutely love it. Can usually make my pastas in this one. I love this one too. You can see I bought quite a lot of these in a set. Not including this one. This one I got from my parents. But like these pots over here, you can see I got them in a set. I actually would like to keep it. This one is part of the pan which lost its bottom. I'm sure it's there somewhere, or else it is still to be cleaned. But these two lids are the exact same size, so I absolutely love using this. Actually, this also fits my cast iron pot quite nicely. You can see like that. So every now and again we don't want it to be open, and I need to keep it, the lid on. This lid fits perfectly, so I need to keep that as well. Another thing, probably for camping, I love using this gravy dish, especially when there are guests and we're doing a big Sunday lunch and things like that. These I've never ever used, and everybody in their family eats soft boiled eggs, and I've never actually used it, never. I'm pretty sure that this can go to that section as well. These are just trays again for serving really, more than anything else. I obviously can't cook in it, but it would ideally go into the oven and you can keep the food warm and what have you. It doesn't have a lid, so it's not really convenient that way either. But I do use it on occasion when serving Christmas dinner and things like that. That's when I usually, all my serving dishes come out of its hiding places. So I'm going to keep this, maybe right at the back where I don't use it frequently. Then my baking trays. I don't know if you have the same problem, but they look so good, brand new, and then after a couple of uses, it just looks terrible. This has been scratched to pieces. That's not me. I don't scratch my things like that. It's people in the house that are cleaning dishes and things like that. Or it can also be when the food can just lie in there for such a long time and it gets stuck to the bottom, and when you clean it, it gets to the bottom. So those are my baking trays. It needs a lot of care, and I probably need to go over it and clean it from all the rust and all the things. And yes, before I ever use it, I do clean it again before. So it does not get used like this. We're almost done. This is our favorite meat. I don't know what you call this actually. But when after a brine, when we've done with the brine with heavy, we normally use this to put all our meat in. And this is part of the oven, or I think it came from the oven, or either this oven or the previous oven that we had. And I've never ever used it. Never. I think also probably it will be good for camping, that's for sure. But no other reason. So that is keep. That is put away or give away. Pretty sure most of it will be pack away. So now I'm going to have to pack everything back very neatly, and of course stack pots on top of pots and things like that. Sorry. Just another thing about this, we usually pull this apart. I don't know if you can see. So we usually pull this apart, especially for when cleaning and what have you, because we've had incidences before in the past where the handles break off because the cast iron is so heavy. When you lift it up with the handle, it constantly breaks. So every time when we're cleaning it, we dismantle it so that we don't carry it with both hands. And then obviously when we are busy cooking or we're just about to cook, we put it together so that you've got your handle and you're using it. But obviously when it's on the stove, you're not going to pick it up by the handle. The handle is quite sturdy, so it's not really like it's going to dismantle. But we take precautions. I mean, it can be unscrewed, so why not? Okay, now it's to pack away. Clean, of course, and pack away. So Kitty Cat's interrupted our little story. And he needs somebody to stay in here, guard him, because we've got dogs around the corner. And he's so worried about the dogs. So we actually have to stay in here. Hey, sweetheart. And while he's eating his food, now he decides he doesn't want to eat anymore. I don't know what he wants to do. And he won't eat unless somebody's standing here. It is so strange. And that was my very noisy and raw pots and pans decluttering vlog. I hope you enjoy. I hope you subscribe and like if you like this video. And please click on the notifications bell for any more videos upcoming. Thank you. Enjoy. Bye.